The Bond is brought to you by Point & Consulting. We're a marketing and sales consultancy based in Sydney, Australia. We help ambitious businesses to unlock customer value by transforming their marketing and sales, from strategy to process, execution and automation. We like to help good people do better.
Hi Stu, how are you?
I'm good, Im. How are you?
Yeah, I'm really good, thank you.
Good
It's
to
good
see
to
you.
see you.
Yeah, thank you.
Snap. Well, as always, I love talking all things marketing with you, and we are going to talk about technical tips to improve Google Ads in this episode. We spoke last episode about the broader aspects of Google Ads, but we promised to dive into the detail of technical aspects, things like campaign objectives, settings, pay-per-click versus conversion campaigns, quality score, much more. So yeah,
there's a
let's
lot.
chat.
There's a lot to talk about here. You can choose from several different campaign objectives, such as driving website traffic, generating leads, or increasing sales. And once you've identified your objective, you can tailor your ad copy, your targeting options, and bidding strategy to achieve that specific goal. And the next thing to consider in your campaign settings is whether to use pay-per-click or PPC or conversion campaigns.
Yes, that's right. And they are two very different campaigns. Okay, well, I should say campaign objectives, and they will deliver different results. So it's important to understand the difference. So PPC campaigns are focused on driving traffic to your website, getting clicks and getting people to your website. Versus a conversion campaign, they're geared towards getting people to take a specific action on your site. The conversions are things that you will set up in Google Ads. So they're going to be specific conversions related to you. For example, you might want to know who fills out a form on your website, who makes a purchase on your online shop. All of those conversions ladder into your conversion campaign. What we do know is that conversion campaigns tend to be more effective at driving revenue and leads, which is a wonderful thing, but they can be more expensive than pay-per-click, which can sort of freak people out a little bit to begin with. So you need to understand the difference and choose the right type of campaign based on your goals and budget. And if you're unsure, we always recommend start with a pay-per-click campaign just to get traffic to your site and start learning about who's visiting your site, and also allow Google to learn who's visiting your site, and then you can refine down into a conversion campaign later down the track.
Yeah, that's right. We want to work our way into it. So the first thing is to really get the traffic humming off these ads. You're learning from that, Google's learning from that, and then we can start to refine the targeting and the bidding strategy accordingly.
Exactly. Terrific. This is probably a good point to now talk about quality score, what it is and why it matters. So Stu, do you want to talk a little bit about this?
Yeah, this is interesting. So, Google is paying for search results, unlike SEO, which is earning them, right? But increasingly, the two are coming closer together. So as Google is trying to give their own users a better experience, they're trying to stop bad actors gaming platforms or gaming search results. What they're doing is they're looking at the user experience and they're saying, is this ad and where it heads to delivering on the user search intent? Even though we're paying for it, right? But what we pay for will be more effective and efficient if we really do deliver a high quality result, which means matching everything up together.
Exactly. And Google will actually flag with you if you have a low quality score ad and keyword, which is something that you don't get with SEO. You don't get that information readily flagged.
Yeah.
That is a benefit to running ads campaign, to kind of find out where you're performing well and where you're underperforming. And so to improve that quality score, what you need to do is make sure that the keyword in your ad is featured on the landing page that you're pointing to, that the copy is engaging and compelling, and ultimately that it's a user-friendly experience for that search query. So it all pins back to that relevance around your selected keywords.
Yep.
Awesome. We've also learnt that it's good practice to continually monitor your target keywords and don't be afraid to pause any keywords that are underperforming. And by that, we mean those that have few or no conversions and experiencing a click-through rate of below 1.5%. So jump in and check your ads on a daily or weekly basis and check how your keywords are ranking and pause those that are not doing too well. That is, of course, after you've allowed it a healthy amount of time to gather data, so at least a month's worth of information before you start going in and optimizing. So now let's talk about the ad copy. And your ad copy, of course, is one of the most important elements of your ad. So it should be engaging, relevant, and compelling. It should focus on the benefits of your product or service, and it should include a clear call to action. Isn't that right, Stu?
Yeah, this is just like advertising always was, except, we're much more focused on matching what we're saying to what people are thinking. We've really got to get into that groove. So you've got to make sure that your ad copy is tailored to the target audience, that includes relevant keywords. And you can use extensions to enhance your ad copy, such as site links, callouts, and reviews. This expands the potential relevance of our ad to a broader group of people if they happen to be looking for promotion or a price or reviews or anything like that we can list out in extensions. It's, the devil's in the detail with Google Ads.
It sure is. Which is a good segue into targeting, because that's another essential component of the ads performance. So we need to make sure that, of course, we're reaching the right audience, and we can do this through several different targeting options within Google. So demographic targeting, geographic targeting, and device targeting. But you should also use audience targeting to reach people that have previously shown interest in your business. So, for example, you can use retargeting to show ads to people that have visited your site before, because they are more likely to become leads because they're known to your business and warm to your business. So that's a good tip. So we're getting near the end, but I'd love to talk about bidding with you, because we know it's a critical factor in determining the success of our Google Ads campaigns. So, of course, you need to set a budget for your campaign and then bid on keywords to get your ads in front of potential customers. But what do we know about automated bidding strategies, Stu?
You should use automated bidding strategies to optimize your bids and improve your return on investment. For example, you can use the target CPA bidding strategy or cost per action bidding strategy to get more conversions at a specific cost per action.
Exactly. And I guess that side of things probably comes further down the funnel once you've had experience with Google Ads and you've got some good data behind before you start going into that territory. Terrific. So if we've not made it clear throughout this podcast, we want to impart that testing is such a critical factor in the success of Google Ads. So we test different ad copy, we test different imagery, we test different landing pages, and we test different keywords. So I guess it is a bit of a moving feast of continual testing and monitoring and optimizing. But eventually from that, we see what rises to the top and what falls to the bottom. And it's just a continual tinkering, really.
Yeah, we're constantly fighting the machine and proving to ourselves that we can do better than we've done before. So we compare two things, we choose the best one, and then we're saying, how can we outdo that particular version? And that exists across keyword selection, ad copy, the landing page, even the call to action button. Everything that you can modify and test, you should be doing. And if we think about sort of great tools like HubSpot, for example, it allows us to really do multivariate testing and get great data on that. It also allows us to introduce automation to this too. So, for example, in retargeting, we're only retargeting people within a certain time frame, not following them for 6 months after they've already bought something. So, all of these things, again, it's detail.
Exactly. So, to summarize, if you're wanting to start dabbling in Google Ads, or you currently run ads but you're wanting to improve their performance, you should focus on setting clear campaign objectives for your ads, using the right type of campaign, checking that quality score and looking at ways that you can optimize it by creating compelling ad copy, targeting the right audience, bidding effectively, and then continually testing and improving. And if you implement these strategies, you can increase your ROI and achieve your advertising goals.
Woohoo!
That's what we all want, isn't it?
We sure do. Look, there's so much to this, Im. We could keep getting into the technicalities till, the cows come home. If anyone wants to talk to us more about this here at Pointing Consulting, they can do so. There's different keyword matching types that we can use. Obviously, the bidding strategies that we've talked about. We haven't spoken about negative keywords. There's so much more to this, but we hope today that we've imparted enough information to, really help our listeners to improve their Google AdWord performance.
Well, that's it. It's all about being helpful, isn't it?
Sure is. That's marketing.
Well, thank you everyone for listening, and we hope that you can join us next time on The Bond.
See ya.